Today, I want to think about our health culture. And by health culture, I mean the way we think about our health and well-being that's been shaped by our background, the country that we grew up in, what our family was like, and the beliefs that we've had about health. Now, in the West, we tend to focus on physical things, on research, on scientific information when we're thinking about our health. But not all of the world is the same, and there are people in other countries and cultures who think about their health in a completely different way, and for them, that's the truth. So, for example, if you grew up in maybe a rural part of Africa, it can be normal that the first port of call when you're ill is to go and see a witch doctor. um, I've seen students who tell me that actually when they were little and they were ill, their parents took them to a witch doctor. Or it may be that if you grew up in China, for example, that you invest more in Chinese herbal medicine than in Western medicine, because that's the culture that you've grown up in that values that medicine. Or I've seen students from America, a number of them, who come and are really sure that all their health problems link with allergies. And that's what they've grown up with, that allergies are really, really common, and therefore that's the formation of their health problem. So when we're thinking about our health, it's really important to recognize that we've all got mindsets and we've all got backgrounds and cultures that have shaped how we think about our health and well-being. We all have belief systems, if you like, that affect our health. A really obvious one at the moment has been around COVID, hasn't it? And the people who believe that COVID doesn't exist, and so they don't want to have vaccines, or they believe that the vaccines are harmful to us more than COVID is. And then there are other people who believe the scientific information that's coming out that says actually COVID is really dangerous. The information we have is that actually the vaccines are protective. And that's probably the vast majority of people, certainly in England, where I'm speaking from. But it's not the same in every country. And so health beliefs are forming a background of how people make decisions about their health and what they say yes to and what they say no to. Some people will think that everything is physical. Other people will think that everything is in their mind. It may be that in a family within that family mental health problems are not thought to be real. It may be that in a family that when you're ill, you're told to just get on with it, and it's actually not believed that you're ill. It may be that in a family it's believed that everything's spiritual, and so you go to the witch doctor. And so we all have this background that we need to consider. So today's top tip is, when you're thinking about your health, just be aware that there's a background, there's a backset that's forming how you look at it, and be willing to think outside the box a little bit. So it may be that you need to be willing to consider that the things that are going on for your health are linked with how you think, or they're actually a physical problem and you need to go and see a doctor. Or there could be a spiritual root to the problems that you're having that you've never even considered, because thinking about a spiritual aspect to health is something that you've not grown up with or ever even considered before. So actually daring to think outside our worldview, think outside our health culture, think outside what we've always known before, and being willing to consider something new is a really important part of looking after ourselves well and getting good help when we're ill.